Hello, welcome to the live. I am on my phone, so I cannot see the chats right now. I am at the Wadsworth Museum, and they have a special exhibit for Islamic art today. This is Arabic calligraphy. Khadija Baber, hi. Thank you for joining. This is just the entrance right here. We have another exhibit down the hall. It is mostly about Islamic divine geometry. And they did this for the wall, which I think was very nice. I'm going to start from the beginning again. Hi, Basu Malik. Thank you for joining. I believe this is the channel's first live. It's very unique, interesting designs. I really like it. The gold paint is very unique to Islamic art. In the Ottoman times, they used this a lot for literature when they decorated around like the Islamic readings and the Quran. They would use this type of paint. It's called illumination art. And it is just really breathtaking calligraphy. My thoughts on everything. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for joining. There is a lot more to the exhibit. I am just not there yet. I'm at the entrance. Just really wanted to take in all this calligraphy because it's really pretty. And they put a lot of effort into this. This is the Wadsworth Atheneum Museum in Hartford, Connecticut. And there are a lot of other exhibits like European art, American art. They actually also have artwork from Van Gogh. But since my channel is mostly Islamic, I wanted you guys to see the Islamic art. Here you can read about the poets and who the artists were inspired by. This is by Rumi, which is also known as Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi. He's a 13th century Persian poet, and his works have gained global recognition because they were very spiritually deep. So this mural was created by Afghan-born calligrapher Ali Baba Aurang, and it's featuring the original Farsi poems of Rumi. I believe Rumi also lived in Turkey for a while during the Ottoman times, and it's very common to see like his poems written around the walls of Turkey. So let me see what else the page has. So they actually show one of his poems. The original is in Farsi, but they've translated it to English, which is very nice. Go, friends, bring my beloved, bring me that fugitive idol.
Excuse me, miss. I'm sorry, but you can't have the stabilizers like that in the new phone. You can only hold your phone. Yeah, you can't have that. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
museum. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's no problem.
But you can continue to record.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
That's all right.
Thank you.
So I just had like a phone gimbal stabilizer. Apparently, we can't have that, so I put it away. But back to the poem. Go, friends, bring my beloved, bring me that fugitive idol with sweet songs and golden excuses. Bring home the beautiful faced goon moon. And if he promises that I will come another time, every promise is a trick. Um, the thing with Islamic poems and other language poems, I think the meaning kind of changes a little when it's translated. It's very like a loose translation, and people don't understand it as well. But this is very nice. I think this would be like great street art, like street calligraphy. Imagine seeing this on the streets of New York. It's very nice. The colors are nice. Tell us about this museum. I think you missed the intro I did. So this museum is called Wadsworth Atheneum. It's in Hartford. And this exhibit is special for a couple months. Then I think by January 20, it will be ending. And they have more levels of art. They have European and American. Like here is another exhibit. It's called Alan Rose Matrix, and it's very unique actually. I'm gonna just jump in really quick. It's kind of like playing with shapes and perception. I think that's why it's called the Matrix. It's called Alan Ruse Risk Management. So it's kind of about, yeah, perceptual, political, unconscious functions of architectural space. And this is the entire exhibit, just three kind of trippy pieces of art. And this is back to the entrance. So I'm just going to show you a 360. The gold doors is where you enter in. And this is the entire exhibit for calligraphy. And now I will be going through the doors for the second, the Islamic geometry. As you can see, there's another exhibit over there. This one is called Divine Geometry, Islamic Art at the Wadsworth Atheneum. So I'm just going to start reading from the top. The term Islamic art characterizes the arts, crafts, architecture, and music historically produced in territory ruled by Muslims or where Islam was a dominant religion from the 7th century to today. Islamic art was known in Europe from the early Middle Ages when objects were brought home by the Crusaders or manufactured by the Arabs in Italy and Spain. These artistic creations were admired and sometimes reproduced, contributing to the expansion of Islamic artistic influence across the globe. And here is a timeline. And here is a map of the Islamic expansion. And now we are entering the divine geometry. And already I can tell it's breathtaking. So first we have Iznik plate, which is from the 17th century. Turkey, Iznik, it's ceramic, gift of Samuel Avery Jr. This painted plate is unusual for its impression. The green dye did not stay neatly within the black outlines because the color has a melting point lower than the blue and red, so it raises the possibility that the plate may be from a later period, given that this would have been seen as a careless production error. It could be possible that the decline of Ottoman political and economic power during the 1600s led to inferior quality of the colors and glaze of the Iznik dishes during the century. So that is the plate that it was talking about. As you can see, the green kind of melted around. Normally, they're like perfect in line, and it doesn't look like this. So it says it's kind of from around 682. And then in the middle, we have Matin Malikzada. It's glazed ceramic. And this is, oh, sorry, I couldn't. This is from Istilafi, a village in Afghanistan renowned for its centuries-old tradition of pottery making and turquoise glaze. Istalif is historically significant as a center for ceramic arts where artisans have produced some of the most exquisite poetry in the region. So that is from Afghanistan. This one was from Turkey, Afghanistan, and then we have England. Designed by William Friend de Morgan from 1839. And he was inspired by Turkish and Syrian title making of the 16th and 17th centuries. So that led him to make this type of art. And then this Ali Baba Aurang is the artist that did the calligraphy in the beginning that I was showing you in the entrance. And he's an Afghan artist. Now he's based in Connecticut, so he actually lives here. And this is called Nakashi Khat, or contemporary calligraphy, and it's a modern approach to very traditional technique of Persian calligraphy and Islamic calligraphy styles more than simply just fonts for calligraphers. It's more of a way to express feelings and emotion. And again, the painting was also inspired by Rumi, and I'm just amazed. This one is really nice. I'm just gonna sit here and show it to you guys for a while I take it in. So yeah, as you can see, there's like modern letters, not just Arabic. And I'm not sure if it like shows it on the live, but right now in front of me, it's like glowing. That's very unique combination of paints and colors. I'm going close. And this is also called illumination art. Very well known in Islamic tradition. If you have like an Arabic Quran and you open it up, you'll see the borders are uh, designed kind of like this with the golden and the flowers. This is a mix of calligraphy, Basu Malik, contemporary calligraphy, and modern approach. So it's called Nakashi Khat. And this is from an Afghan artist who is based in Connecticut. I think that's really, really cool. That must have taken a while to do this, but I just love the modern approach and the mixing of Arabic. It's very nice. And here, this is what I was telling you about the Quran. So these are like the borders usually. Some Qurans, the first page is like this. So this is illumination art, and it's not easy. I have tried it myself a couple years ago. The paintbrush is very, very thin, and you have to be patient. You know, if your hand slips, the whole painting is messed up. And my teacher, who was showing me how to do this, was telling me that back in the Ottoman times, this was used as a method of discipline. So you have to learn like proper breath work and breathing techniques, and you have to have a lot of patience. So this was a means of discipline for children back in the Ottoman times. And this is from Iran, 16th century Nastaliq calligraphy from Shah Mahmud Nishapuri, a master calligrapher whose signature is visible at the left bottom corner. So here's his signature. And this is from 1564. This is a long time ago. And the bottom one is also either from Iran or Afghanistan. Folio is a page from the Skandar Nama, the Book of Alexander, by Nizami Ganjavi. The poems of Skandar Nama begin with prayers to God and the Prophet, followed by legends from the life of Alexander the Great as king and conqueror. Nizami wrote the Skandar Nama in his old age, conveying to the reader advice, wisdom, and the life lessons a leader must learn. And also it says the upper part of the folio is illuminated in fine details using vivid colors derived from mineral inks. So it's not just like a regular paint that they use. It's mineral inks. And like I said, it is a long process, very tiny, and you just have to have a lot of patience and a stable hand, stable breath. This is just another part. I love it. I'm so glad I came here. I was scared I was going to miss the art exhibit. So they put a light in it to show the details. This is a mosque lamp from France, Paris, and it is enameled and gilded glass in the Arabic world. It reached its peak during the reign of Ayyubid, which is 1169 to 1260, from present-day Egypt and Syria. And in the late 15th century, most glass production moved to Europe, particularly to Venice, Italy, and admired in 19th century Europe for its technical sophistication and the European eye, novel aesthetics. Islamic glass techniques and designs were incorporated into the work of glassmakers in Paris, Venice, and Vienna. So this collection includes 3 examples of mosque lamps made by Philippe Joseph Brocard, a French glassmaker and antique collector. And I really want these actually. Oh my god, imagine having this at your house. The colors are so nice. The design is very nice. The light inside. Truly inspiring. I know. It is. And then here we have, I cannot see from the light, Frederick Arthur Bridgman made his first visit to Algeria and Egypt between 1872 and 1874. He completed approximately 300 sketches during his travels, which later provided source material for several of his oil paintings. I think this exhibit was really nice. They put a lot of effort into it. And I was expecting most of the artists to be, from an Islamic background, but there's a lot of France, England, Italy, because they were inspired by Islamic art. And this here, they're very tiny. They're like the size of my hand. Is a series of miniature paintings from mid-18th to early 19th century Iran. This is Persian painting. So they include signatures written in Farsi, Imami, Rohi, Katai, and a few more. The name Imami may refer to Mirza Aka Imami, who headed a classic painting workshop in Isfahan, Iran, in the mid-1700s. And Hussein Katai was his apprentice. Mirza Aka Imam's father, Nasrullah Imami Isfahani, was a well-known master of Persian miniature painting and pen box making in the late 1600s. So this is what the miniature art looks like. And then there's more over here. Oh, this is very famous. It's called Layli and Majnun, possibly from Afghanistan or Iran. And it is from the Sifatul Ashkin. It's a section of Badr al-Din Hilali Chiktai's book telling the story of Layli and Majnun, mythical lovers from the 7th century Arabian literature. And in this scene, it's when Majnun sees Layli for the first time after a long separation. And this is Yusuf and Zuleika, also possibly from Iran or Afghanistan. And this is from the book of Haft al-Rain, meaning Seven Thrones by Jami.
It's not old, but it's a Jolly strain. You know what a Jolly strain is? It was made 5 years ago, 2020.
3 elite maidens from India. Late 18th and early 19th century, it was a critical time for Mughal emperors due to political, economic, and military losses.
Provides privacy and information.
By the end of 1800s, much of their territory was controlled by the Marathas and the British. So it strongly affected Mughal painting production. And you see the difference from the earlier arts to this. There's a change in color. This one is back to the older ones, Iran or Afghanistan. And these are from the 17th century. We have late 19th century. This is tile, underglazed ceramic. Also from Iran and Persia. And then we have a TV showing a video of the process of glazed tile making in Afghanistan. This video is from 2020 and it just highlights the traditional techniques of tile making that has been passed through generations. So this is like the stages of how they make it. Khadija Babur said nice, and yeah, it is. I mean, there's a lot of history to it, and they kept up with the tradition, and it's still going on till modern day. This actually looks like how they make tandoori naan. So the fire is from the bottom. Basu said it's to make them hot. Yeah, so when you're glazing, obviously, you're going to need the heat. And once they've cooled, obviously, he's pulling them out. And then comes the art and design.
So you want to see. I like the layers. Yeah. Glad they have them lit up like that. Really. This is from, you know, the ones in the bottom. This is pretty much. That's what this is. I mean, it's not the original, but it's copied to make it look like that.
This is a video showing the process of glazed tile making in Afghanistan. So first it was showing how they made it in the beginning process. Now they're glazing it, and then they're gonna do the art.
I'll just find out how they are. Oh,
I'm just gonna move over here to show you the finished product. These are, some are from the 16th, 17th century Syria. Some are from 15th century Iran. And the star-shaped tile is from 13th century Iran. You can see it's broken off a little bit.
So he lives there now.
Oh, I said about moving around and living in Connecticut or somewhere. He was making really good Yeah, he had a store and
And the video is just showing the entire process.
I saw some video about like a year ago. Okay. He was making this kind of really good.
And then in the middle we just have like a woodwork design. I'm just gonna go around for anyone who missed these parts.
Oh, that's from the 17th, you're right, that's from the 17th century. Yeah.
And then there's another section which I will be going into.
When you turn it over, you put all these little irregular shards, three colors behind, and you pour the
And then here's another video. It's showing the rug weaving in Afghanistan. So they're just about to complete the process here. And then here we actually have a rug. Looks really nice. I'm gonna get a little closer. So this is all handmade. This is Bidjar carpet from 1875, Northwest Persia. It's a wool pile and wool foundation, so this is definitely very, very expensive even back then. It has a long history of weaving and commerce in rugs, and a spike in demand occurred in the late 1800s when the middle class in Europe and America discovered the rugs of East Asia. And you can see the medallion design and the motifs are traditional to Persian rugs, as you can see in the middle. And then the motifs. Hello, my thoughts on everything. Thank you for joining. So this is Turkish prayer rugs, 19th century from Central Anatolia, Konya, and Turkey is also very well known for rugs and the designs. This rug could be used for kneeling during prayer or hung on the wall facing Mecca. They okay, so they have an arch, which is a shape found in the mihrab, like this one right here. Beautiful designs. Oh yes, definitely. So I'm gonna start from this corner again. So these are Turkish rug designs, not the actual rug like we had, but different designs. But it's just so breathtaking. They don't do art like this anymore, honestly. And then we have the ceiling lamp, which is over here. And I just want everything. I want to take them all home. This is from 20th century, possibly Persian, brass and glass. It is decorated with floral motifs as well as human, animal, and bird figures. It's beautiful patterns. And then we have an actual prayer mat here. These motifs are all telling like a separate story, but I guess it would be too long to write it all, so they haven't really mentioned that. But I do know that that's how the Turkish rugs are. The motifs along the corner are each telling a separate story. And then this is, it's an imitation of 15th century tile work. So this is an imitation of the tile work here. Here we have hagiography from 17th century Iran. So this is only like a part of his poetry that survived. And here it says in 1882, William Morris, a British textile designer, wrote, "To us pattern designers, Persia has become a holy land, for there is the process of time. Our art was perfected, and hence above all places it spread to cover for a while the world east and west." So his designs were highly influenced by Islamic art, most notably his use of symmetry and floral motifs. Here we have a bowl that is, the date is unknown. It says possibly Persian. And this is metalwork. These are styles that also influence Central Asian, Ottoman, and Indian culture. And here we have half of a book cover, late 18th century from Turkestan, Bukhara. It was a leather book cover. The material is, the book cover is leather and the bowl is metal. But I don't know. Oh, brass metal. And then here we have the Quran. As you can see, it's glowing. This is illumination art again. It is from Turkey. And it's just really neat. It's really pretty. Wish I had this. Yes, this is the Quran, Khadija Babur. And then we have Panj, Ganj, or Khamsa, Iran. So this is a book of poetry from the 16th century. And then here we have the pen box. So this is what the pens look like, and they would have their own boxes. So this is from the 18th century Iran, and it was a symbol for the literate elite who viewed penmanship as a sign of good education. So back in the day, this was really cool to own and have. This is like owning an iPhone now. Back in the day, to be literate and be able to use a pen was very unique. And then we have more folio from Persia, 16th century. And you could also hear the Islamic music in the background.
The screen is going to be 2020. Screen is 2020, same turquoise.
These are also folios from the Qurans, but different centuries. 9, 10, and 11th century, so you can see it's a little different than the other one that I showed. And then in the glass here we have textiles. These are 10th to 12th century and they're Egyptian. And there's that rug again. And the video here is showing how it's made from start to finish. And I just really like that they incorporated history and modern art together. And the exhibit goes into another room. Here we have calligraphy from Iran. And these are pages from this book. Very old, 14th century India, 16th century Iran. And then before I get to the geometry, I want to show these last few. These are Iran or Turkey. And this is from the same story, Layli and Majnun. It's a very famous love story. Every Middle Easterner knows about it. They were two people that loved each other, but never were able to find and be together. So yeah, in the story, Majnun basically is just so in love that he loses his mind, which is very rare to find nowadays. That was a joke. I've been talking all the day in the morning, so my voice is a little cracked. And these are also probably from Iran, dancing scenes. That was the entrance. And now here's a cool light show that you can just come on in. I think we are back at the beginning, so I'm gonna sit and wait for it to begin. Oh my goodness, wow. Subhanallah. This is breathtaking. Wow. The music, the art. Oh my God, I am in love. I can just stay here for hours. Wow. My head is spinning right now. Subhanallah, this is very beautiful. I just love the effort that they put into this. It's very trippy. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, I'm gonna stay silent now so you guys can enjoy. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I am gonna take a video of this to upload later. I am blown away. Wow, it feels like I'm moving. Good thing they have seats. Wow. This is like traveling back in time. I feel like I'm in the Ottoman era. They did a magnificent job. Wow. Wow, it feels really amazing to be here right now. I wish you guys could join. These are all Islamic motifs and designs that they use in decorating books, artwork, and the rugs that they make. This is like a known common designs. If you buy like plates from the Middle East or rugs, these are mostly the types of designs you will be coming across. And these designs, they have like a mathematical precision or like a story behind it. There's just, I don't know it myself personally, but I do know like the number of petals they use, how big or small they make it. It all has like a reason behind it or a math behind it, like a logic to it. It's not just a random design. I can stay here all day. Absolutely beautiful. The horse is adorable, by the way. I am so glad we did not miss this. And I will be taking a video of this screen to upload for later. So again, a lot of the Islamic art, the motifs, they have like a geometry, a math behind it. It's not just like any random figure, kind of like the Fibonacci sequence or the golden ratio. Wow, the calligraphy is absolutely stunning, and that it's moving, and the music choice, just a great experience. These designs you see a lot in printed dresses and on plates usually. Absolutely gorgeous. I definitely really enjoy illumination art, but like I said, it is very precise, very tiny, and takes a lot of effort. And I think that is it for the show. Now it will start again from the beginning. So I'll stay here for a few more minutes in case anyone missed it. But that is it for today's live. I thank everyone who joined. And hopefully, if I see any more exhibits around Connecticut, maybe in New York, I definitely plan on seeing it because this was very nice. I love the music, it is just so perfect. It really takes you back in time, and they just did an amazing job with the choice of art. Absolutely stunning. Again, thanks everyone for joining. I will be ending the live now, and I will upload this part of the video later.